What if the modern obsession with cleanliness is quietly making us sicker? For decades, allergies, eczema, autoimmune diseases, and even chronic inflammatory diseases have been rising dramatically. And some scientists are asking a very broad question. Are we simply too clean for our own good? Today, we dive into one of the most fascinating ideas in modern medicine, the hygiene hypothesis. By the end of this video, you will see whether your environment and your health differently and realize the importance of the microorganisms in your systems. So we are looking at the hygiene hypothesis and asking ourselves, are we too clean for our own good? I'm Dr. Joshua Dirito, a family physician. I have interest in public health and cancer prevention and treatment. Here in this channel, we break complex science and turn it into simple steps that you can use on a daily basis. So let us turn the theory that transformed our immunity to start harming us. So this gene hypothesis has seen it, people arguing that decreased exposure to microbes in early life may increase the risk of allergies and also autoimmune diseases. So the more clean our environment are coming, the less exposure we have to the normal microflora and also the dangerous microorganisms in our environment, the more our immunity responds abnormally and makes us sick later in life. So there is evidence that is compelling that lack of this exposure is what is making us sicker. So there is the rise of allergies and the autoimmune diseases. Over the last decades, something strange has happened. Childhood allergies has exploded. This is happening in the developed countries, and it's also happening in urbanized places in the developing world. So there is also rates of asthma getting worse and becoming more and more. Eczema in our children is extremely common. Autoimmune diseases like Crohn's disease, type 1 diabetes, multiple sclerosis are becoming the norm of our lives rather than the reality. And yet, infection, especially parasitic and bacterial ones, have decreased dramatically. So why has this increase in these autoimmune diseases and the chronic diseases increased? It has been found out that modern life has changed. You have fewer siblings. You have less playing in the dirt. Actually, parents now are so health conscious that they do not allow their kids to play outside. There is less exposure to animals, especially in urban centers. You don't have that close interaction with animals unless you have pets. We have cleaner homes, so there's no contact with the dust and dirt. There's more use of antibiotics. We are using antibiotics for every small illness. Everybody who gets a cold these days and comes to see me, before they come to see me, they have already taken azithromycin. That has become the norm than the reality. Then we have more processed food. We are eating more refined foods, and this affects our gut microbiome. Then we have less of the natural biodiversity because of the environments that we live in. And then there's more urban indoor living. We do not have opportunities to go outside. If you are an urban person, an urban dweller, and the opportunities of going out into the open are less, comment in the comment section of this video that we get to know what kind of lifestyle we are living. This change did not come from just a single study. It has come from different epidemiological studies, and it has come even from researches comparing children raised in farms versus those raised in cities, children with pets versus those without, children who come from large families and those who come from small families, populations from low-income countries and also from high-income countries. And it has consistently shown that children with more microbiome exposure early in life have less allergy and they have less chances of getting autoimmune diseases. So what does this hygiene hypothesis really mean? Let's clear a myth. This theory does not say that you should stop washing your hands. It doesn't oppose hygiene, but what it really suggests is that our immune system have evolved from where we used to have a microbiome-rich world, and now we have children who grow up in environments that have a microbe-poor capacity. So without early microbial training, the immune system becomes overreactive to the wrong triggers. It becomes poorly regulated. It also becomes prone to false alarms. So it becomes easily triggered by harmless things like pollen, dust mites, food proteins, and even skin microbes. So this has come from researchers like Strachan in 1989 and looks the old Fred's hypothesis and the multiple reviews from the National Institute of Health and the BMC Medicine. Human beings lived in the jungle and they existed there, and the sweating was a common thing. Bathing was very rare, so people had adequate microorganisms on their skin, and this used to control the urea from the sweat, and so you did not have difficulties dealing with the body odors. So the immune system needs practice so that it learns early to fight and it knows what is dangerous and what to tolerate. So children from the farms, research has shown that those children who are raised from farms have lower rates of asthma, allergies, and even eczema. This is because they are more exposed to animals, they have exposure to soil, and they also have an exposure to diverse microbes. Then those families that have pets, it has been shown that studies show that children exposed to cats, dogs during infancy develop fewer allergies and a stronger immune tolerance. Then kids who go to daycare early have better immune training. Children who attend daycare early, they have more viral infections at first, but fewer allergies and asthma later in life. They're immune because of the exposure to the when kids are together in the daycare centers, then they keep close infecting each other from common colds. And so as time goes, they develop better immunity. And so they also develop their microorganisms. Then children from large families, they have more infections because of that close contact. And so they have lower allergy risk. Then microbiome connection, modern antibiotics, cesarean sections, and they also sanitized food alter the gut microbiome. They lead to fewer microbiome diversity, impaired immune regulation, and higher inflammatory responses to the wrong things. This ties to the biodiversity hypothesis. So less contact with nature means weaker immune tolerance. Are we really too clean? Here is the nuance. we are not too clean in a hygiene sense, but we are too clean in the environmental sense. So what is missing today? We do not have exposure to the soil microbes that we used when we used to work in the farms and get used to that environment, the animal microbes, the outdoor bacteria, because we do not have opportunities of working outdoors like gardening, the environmental fungi that are found in the soil, parasites that historically shaped the immune regulations. And so our immune is responding abnormally. So this lack of exposure to these microorganisms explain why children in urban areas have more allergies, high-income countries have more autoimmune diseases, and the immigrant children born in high-income nations have a higher allergy risk than their parents. So cleanliness is not the problem. The lack of the natural microbiome diversity is the problem. So what are some of the misconceptions that we need to break? Does this mean we should stop washing our hands? Absolutely not. Hygiene prevents us from dangerous infections. So do we expose our kids to more infections? Absolutely not. The goal is not disease, but is finding a way that we can have the right microbial exposure so that we maintain the normal flora on our skin, in our gut, in our systems. That should be what we should develop. So the message is getting a balance, not abandonment of hygiene. So what usually happens is that our gut has a huge coronation of microorganisms, and these microorganisms control the immune system. The differentiation between the gut is by wall that is separates the body and the gut, and this wall controls the communication between the immune system and our systemic systems. So if there is a break in the wall that separates the intestinal lining and the systemic circulation, then our immunity overreacts. And this is mainly contributed by antibiotic use, poor diet, low fiber. Generally on a daily basis, we need like 30 grams of fiber or more. So when we don't take our adequate fiber, then we have poor gut microbiome. This makes our immunity also poor. So what we need to do to balance our gut microbiome is do things that are safe, they are evidence-based, and they support a healthy immune training. So spend more time outdoors. This will help you develop your normal flora in parks, in farms, in the soil, in nature, and this will give you microbial exposure. Let children play in the natural environment. So don't over-restrict your children from going outside into the environment and playing out in the soil and everything that kids need to do, because they need to develop their immune system. They need to develop the normal microbiota. So they are in the dirt, they're in the grass, they are playing with animals. These are healthy exposures that make them develop their immunity. Then reduce unnecessary antibiotics. When we use antibiotics, we kill the bad guys and the good guys. And when we eliminate the good guys, then we have a problem in the normal flora of our gut. So we should only use medications when it is really needed and when we have life-threatening infections. Choose whole and processed food. Whole foods, they support your gut microbiota, they provide food for the microbiota, and they make your immunity behave in a better way. So that diverse diet gives nutrition to a diverse microbiome. Then, if possible, have pets. That exposure also gives you exposure to animals and also the normal microorganisms from these animals. Once you get exposed to them, they also help your immunity to respond the right way. If you want to understand the importance of having pets, there is a video that I've done on the importance of pets and how they help in your health. There are many things that pets help you to do. So dogs especially bring beneficial microbial diversity. Then for our babies, let's encourage breastfeeding. Helps with interactions of the baby and the mother, and this also supports a healthy immune system. Then avoid sanitizing everything. So sometimes we overdo things. So we need to use hygiene strategically, not excessively. Then increase contact with leisure niche environments. Do gardening, do walks in the environment, go into the forests and have fun. And this will help you. So you are not too clean for your own good. You need to help your immunity to be able to maintain the normal gut microbiome and the skin microbiomes. So it is not about soap, it is the relationship that we develop with the microbial world. So your immune system was built to be trained. It develops over time. It is not complete by the time that a child is born. So without the right training, it becomes confused, reactive, and inflamed. The solution is not being dirty, but it is to reconnect with the natural microbial diversity. And so how do you do this? Is by exposing yourself to the right environment so that you can be able to develop the normal microbiota. So if this video has helped you to understand your immune system better, please hit the like button, subscribe to the Overall Health YouTube channel, and also share it with someone who needs this, who has been struggling with immune diseases like multiple sclerosis, rheumatoid arthritis, IBS. They need to hear this. So for personalized health coaching, you can join the Health Insight 360 program. It will help you in weight loss, diabetes reversal, and also chronic disease prevention, and also using lifestyle ways to manage chronic autoimmune diseases in a better way. You can also visit our medical center at Wellness Health Services Medical Center for personalized physical care. And you can also subscribe to the Overall Health YouTube channel, where you get science simplified into actionable daily activities. So thank you for watching. We meet in the next video.